Hello there, David Risley here, Blog Marketing Academy, with the second video newsletter for the Academy. I'm in a different location today. I'm actually recording this on my iPhone on the front camera. I've got the new iPhone 5S now, so the camera that faces the front is actually in HD, so it comes out better and I'm more able to do it. But I'm actually in Jacksonville right now. Drove up here today for a mastermind meeting, an all-day mastermind meeting that I'm going to be doing tomorrow. So that's why I'm here, and I'm just basically getting a few things done in a hotel room. So first of all, the blog post this week is the 55 lessons that I've learned about online business in the last 15 years. I had a lot of fun writing this post. I mean, in one way, it's a glorified list post, but on the other hand, just reviewing everything and really looking and kind of summarizing some pretty big ideas into little quotable things like that was a really interesting exercise for me. So I hope that you guys get some value from this week's feature post on the Academy on the 55 business lessons. Now, if you read that at the bottom, you will find that there's actually an opportunity to win a blog evaluation from me where I will actually go over your blog in person in a privately recorded video. A lot of times those videos end up being 20 to 30 minutes long where I'm literally just walking through your blog individually and then talking everything out, showing you what I would do with your site, some things that I think you need to fix, things like that. And then I put it out onto a video site where you could actually watch it. It's just a video from me to you. There's nobody else watching it or anything like that. And then after that, we follow up with a private one-on-one call to kind of go through the follow through what I talked about on the video. So that's the service of the expert blog evaluation or expert blog analysis that I offer here at Blog Marketing Academy. And you can win that by following some instructions to help me share out this week's feature post. So go over and check out the latest blog post. Okay, so some feedback from the first video. Most people seem to really love this video format. Now, I had a few people, they were saying that it wasn't that easy to scan, and they were asking if I would do a transcript. The answer is most likely, as of now, going to be no on that. And it's because I'm looking for speed of implementation. If there's a lot of lead up in terms of me having to do a transcript every time I hit the record button here, then it's going to take a lot. It's just going to be an involved thing for me to get out a newsletter, and that defeats the entire point. It was the time from the HTML newsletter that I was doing that I was trying. That's why I stopped doing it, because it was taking a while. So the video, the whole point is for it not to take a while. The other thing too is I understand that scanning is a necessary thing that a lot of people do, and I'm not going to try to stop people from doing that. But at the same time, is it in my interest as a content creator to make content so that you can not consume it all the way? Not so much, So sometimes, a lot of my content is made in a scannable way, but sometimes I'm going to make something that where if you want any value from it, you're going to have to watch the damn thing all the way through. So that's kind of the way that it goes with these video newsletters. I'm going to try not to make them too long, but they're very informal, as you can tell right now. And it's just going to kind of go to the way that it goes. And I'm not necessarily trying to make it so that you can just scan it. I mean, you either watch it or you don't. Also, late last week, I posted my first ever featured member from the Academy from Leah at leahforside.com. Now, she's in a really interesting niche, organic chemistry, and she's doing really well with that niche. I love these niches that I just never would have suspected. I mean, I hated chemistry in school. She's one of these people who is really good at it, and not only that, she has managed to make a pretty nice sized business out of tutoring in that topic. So definitely check out that post that was posted late last week, and you just go to blogmarketingacademy.com/blog and you can check out the latest. Lastly, the tip of the week. Now, this is not going to be a tip so much as it is something to think about, but you may have noticed over the last couple of months that my feature post for the Academy have not had a sidebar. What have you thought about that? So people have asked me about it, and I don't really have any numbers to throw at you in terms of the effect of this. But I did that on purpose, and the reason I'm doing it is because I have switched to a weekly format with regard to content. I'm now concentrating on quality and less on quantity. And I'm also making it so that from a blog marketing standpoint, each post has a reason to exist. It's not likely that I'm going to put up a blog post that doesn't have some kind of a reason to be there. And so if that's the case, if the actual content has a reason to be there, then I want that content to be the focus of you when you go to that page, hence getting rid of the clutter. That's why the sidebar is not there on the weekly feature posts, because I want you to focus on the content. And it's something you might want to think about with your blog. I mean, just because everybody else is doing sidebars, does that mean you have to do a sidebar? Not really. Now, are there things that are not going to be on there? I mean, yeah, your opt-in-form and stuff like that you might put in your sidebar is not going to be there. But if you're using your blog and the content as a form of marketing in and of itself, and not just using the content to get them to the site and hope they do an impulse click on something else, then you might want to just get them to focus on the content and turn each blog post that you do into a real landing page in and of itself, and not worry so much about all the standard trappings of a blog like the sidebar. So just something to think about, something to test and see how it works out for you. You don't need to have an opt-in in your sidebar. You could ditch the sidebar altogether and do an opt-in at the very top of the blog post, or even at the very bottom of the blog post, which is what you'll see that I'm doing with the invitation to sign up for the free Blog Marketing Academy account. So anyway, something to think about. All right, so I'm coming up on the 7-minute mark. I think I'll end this video so I'm not quite as long as last week. Again, I'd love to see your comments below this video, and let me know what you think of whatever, anything that I've said here. And also let me know what your thoughts are on running your blog without a sidebar. I would really be curious to hear what you got to say about that. Okay, talk to you soon.